to understand. Long story short, there are 6 lanes. There's going to be these crystals that spawn, and they are the center of the walls. Okay, that is very, very important. You all understand that these crystals create the center of the walls. So when we spawn these walls, there's going to be this little blue line that comes out from the diamond. It's there when the boss starts. And as we put more walls in it, the line grows. So this lane right here has 3 walls, which is why this line is so long now. If we have 6 walls stacked into the same lane, it is an instant wipe. Immunities will not save you. The way it works is you are going to have 2 sets of walls getting made, and then we will break 1 set of walls, and then it will repeat. And in between the making of the walls is the tank hit. And when tanks get hit, they will also make a wall. So the biggest thing to watch out for here is, let's say this is Goal and this is Minecloud, and they are both in the same lane making a wall. It's okay for 2 of you guys to be in the same lane making a wall, but if Zess were to step in too, 3 people in 1 lane making a wall at the same time is when it gets very, very dangerous. So just keep that in mind. No more than 2 people in 1 lane making a wall. When you break a wall, if you guys did Nazoth when he would pull us in to the middle of the room, like when we'd run to the outside of the room and he'd yank us back in, it's the exact same looking graphic. So it's basically like this arrow that pulsates in and out of you, and that is you letting you know that you are targeted to break a wall. And when you break a wall, it will literally projectile you backwards into a wall. Obviously, the worst thing you can do on this fight is when you go to break a wall, you don't break anything. There's just not a wall there for you to break. The other worst thing you can do is make 6 walls in 1 line, because that's an instant wipe. You can have multiple people break a wall in the same lane, but probably no more than 2, just like with making the walls. So, and yeah, that's kind of it. I guess the only thing to really note is there are light blue and dark blue walls. I heard Max say that the odd numbered walls, so 1, 3, and 5, are going to be these light blue ones, which essentially do nothing. And 2, 4, and 6 will be these navy blue walls, which kind of have like an indigo-ish, purplish color to them, which when you break them will shoot shit around the room and force a spread mechanic. But I've definitely seen polls where there was like 2 teal walls in front of each other like this, or 2 navy walls in front of each other like this. So I'm not sure. All the fights that I can see for like, or all the VODs I've seen for kills for this are like sub 3 minutes. And essentially, as you guys can imagine, it's going to be a race against time to kill the boss before you run out of room to make walls. When you build a wall, there's going to be these little orbs that go above your head, and there's also white areas or white arrows at the front of the room. So it'll kind of tell you if someone else is in your lane with you. So if you're a melee, you don't have to constantly be looking behind you to see if there's a ranged DPS behind you that's making a wall behind you. For the majority of PTR testing, people are keeping like 1 lane open as a safe lane, so that way people could just DPS and not have to worry about it. I don't know if that's what's going to happen when we go live, though. So this is the second set of making walls.
No, it doesn't work.
And you can see that line is stretching further and further, and now they're breaking walls. So if you see, you can see like this Nazoth pull in, but it's going to push you back type graphic that's coming out of the players that are targeted. So if you look at O over here, or the Shadow Priest here, or this player over here, or these 2 melee on the top right, you'll see that line coming out of them. That is your indicator that you are breaking walls. And because we broke navy blue walls, we have a spread mechanic into dodging circles. And now we're just back to making walls. And that's the entire fight. That's it. Any questions?
You're saying you have to make walls?
Yeah, like this right here is making
You have
walls
to
right
pay
here.
for it?
Oh, alright, asshole.
Do I have to pay for this wall?
Okay. Actually, coming from you, that's a pretty good joke. I'll give you that. Okay.